What's up, guys? I'm David Perret, the military millionaire, and today I want to talk to you about REIsift. Now, what is REIsift? It's a real estate investor cost savings tool. The first rule of marketing in real estate or any business is that your list is the key to your success. Can you imagine spending thousands of dollars on marketing only to realize that you had accidentally targeted people who just bought their home in the last month? The odds are that most of these recent buyers would have zero interest in hearing any of your offers about buying their house. Or what if another common mistake that investors make is you sent a property owner 11 letters because they own 11 homes rather than a single letter letting them know you would like to buy all of their real estate. Now, as a real estate investor, you can absolutely find deals by mass marketing to entire areas. That being said, you will spend a lot less money marketing if you only target people who are able to sell to you and actually have a reason to be motivated. Now, all of this is part of the reason that I've been able to turn $13,210 worth of letters into more than $60,000 in wholesale profits, not to mention the 79 doors that we purchased and held. Now, before we dive in, why don't you make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and remember to click the like button to help other people benefit from this information as well. Now, if you want to lower your marketing costs, there are many ways to pull your lists. But I pull all of my lists from PropStream. Now, there's a lot of different ways, but PropStream is the one that I use, and I've got some content on that, so feel free to check that out as well. Now, PropStream is very similar to having direct access to the MLS, or multiple listing service. That's what real estate agents use for all of their information. Now, PropStream is great for pulling lists of all sizes and types, but there's one vital flaw. Organizing these lists is a headache. Let's say you pull 10,000 addresses from PropStream to mail, and you send out these letters to 500 of them come back as return to sender, or RTS. If you want to ensure that you don't waste money sending letters to these bad addresses again, you're going to need to physically move that address to an RTS favorites list in PropStream, and then manually go in and delete it from other lists. Now, granted that PropStream has made this process fairly simple to remove from other lists, but it still means you need to remember to go back into the RTS list every time you pull a new list and remove these duplicates to ensure you're not mailing to faulty addresses again. Now, I love PropStream and will continue using it forever to find homes, comp property values, and look up data about the owners, but thank goodness I found a better system for managing my data. Enter REIsift, the list stacking and data management tool that turns normal real estate investors into ninjas, which is their words, not mine, but fitting. Now, what is REIsift? REIsift has this to say about their mission, right? So they create sales and marketing ninjas. They're a prospect management system designed for the real estate investor or agent to close more deals and cut marketing costs. So basically what that means is that REIsift allows you to upload all of your lists into their system, where it automatically filters incomplete records, runs through the USPS, United States Postal Service, database to normalize and remove duplicates, and all you do is upload your list with the tags you want associated to all of those properties, whether that be RTS, probate, absentee, tax liens, etc., whatever, right? And then any property that's associated to those addresses is updated, and it stays updated. So if you upload that property again, it still remembers that it was tagged as return to sender. Now, if that's not handy enough, wait until you see their list stacking in action. Now, list stacking with REIsift is the bread and butter of REIsift, right? So this alone will save you more money than it costs. You can sort all of your records by the number of overlapping tags they have so that you are targeting only the most motivated properties. For example, I just ordered 500 mailers this morning, and I normally order around 2,000 to 3,000 at a time, but I ordered an additional 500 a day simply because of how targeted they were. Now, you see, I was able to locate data from my county pertaining to code violations, tax liens, death certificates, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then I went into REIsift and I told it to sort everything that had 2 or more tags, but to remove the properties that I had just ordered mailers for, or that were tagged as not interested or returned to sender or whatever, right? The result was a list of close to 500 addresses that have multiple issues. They might have a code violation and tax lien, or maybe they're a vacant property that has a current code violation and the owner passed away just a month ago. Now, can you see why stacking those metrics together can be powerful? Right? So not only are you able to target the most motivated owners, but you're also able to save a ton of money by not sending letters to people you've already been mailing to. Or they've told you that they're not interested, because it's just a waste of money to send to people who are angry when they get letters. All right, so for the REIsift vacancy checks, another awesome and time-saving feature is that REIsift automatically cross-references your property records against the United States Postal Service database, as I mentioned earlier. This helps complete and validate your records, but even more awesome is the fact that anytime somebody puts in a request to forward their mail or notifies that a property is vacant, REIsift will pull that data from the Postal Service and mark those properties as vacant. It will also remove the vacancy tag when the post office identifies that the property is no longer vacant, which is just awesome. Vacant properties are usually a thorn in the owner's side, and I love that this tag is automatically updated against everything else that's already in your system. Not 100% perfect, but it is very beneficial. REIsift direct mail. By now, I'm sure that you've seen me talking about ballpoint marketing at some point. Ballpoint is absolutely my go-to source for direct mail marketing. For any time that I decide to conduct direct mail, I go through Ballpoint, right? Now, I've landed a ton of deals with them, and I won't send letters from anyone else. And you're in luck, because Ballpoint is now integrated with REIsift, so you can highlight specific records, and with a few clicks of your mouse, order direct mail for them. It will even tag these records with the date that you mailed them, so you can now see how many times you've mailed your records. Now, I personally love this feature, and it's a great way to keep tabs on how many times you're reaching out to a seller before they finally decide to sell their property to you. All right, now I know. You all want to know how much REIsift costs. So you're thinking, wow, this is all so great, but what's the catch? Well, it's not free. Right? I mean, that's the catch. It is pretty affordable now, so especially once you realize how much money you're going to be saving in marketing to people who you shouldn't be marketing to, it's absolutely worth the money, in my opinion, which is why I paid for a full year up front, and we'll continue on the annual plan, right? They've got several different plans. So they've got the monthly plan, the Essential, which is $49 a month, Professional, which is $99 a month, and Business, which is $299 a month. And then they have the annual plan, which is $470 a year for the Essential, $950 a year for the Professional, and $2870 a year for the Business. Now, I am personally on the Professional plan of $950 a year, and that's just because of the number of records you can import and a bunch of other stuff, right? Now, if you do the math, the annual plan is equivalent to paying a little bit less than 10 months of the monthly with the monthly plan. So it's definitely worth it if you plan on doing anything long term. Absolutely worth paying annually to get, that 2-month discount. And they say the Professional plans are most popular. I believe it. It allows you to upload up to 10,000 records and then only pay an additional $5 extra for every next 10,000, which is great because I uploaded 83,000 records on day one. There's no limit to how many records you can have in their system, which is great. Like I said, I've got over 90,000 records uploaded right now. Now, I paid for the Professional plan on an annual basis, and it has absolutely changed the way that I manage data and market to properties. So the real question here is, do you need REIsift? And the question is really whether or not you're serious about finding your own deals and slashing your expenses while doing it. I have a friend who is doing very well. They're doing some great deals, but they're paying, $20,000, $30,000 in overhead every month, and they're marketing very mass, which is fine. But I like the idea of smaller marketing budget. So if you're not going to be doing a lot of marketing, platform probably is not necessary. But if you plan to scale your marketing and you want to avoid wasting money by sending letters to people that have already told you to pound sand or just aren't really motivated to sell their property at all, then REIsift is perfect for you. So you could take that $30,000 budget in marketing and cut it down to 10 or 15 or maybe 20 or whatever, right? You could cut it down a lot and still be targeting people who are most likely to sell. Now, REIsift also offers a free trial, so you really don't have anything to lose. So if you got something out of this video, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click the little bell so you get notified when we post new videos. This is my first video back, first video in the studio with the cool no BS sign. The first video doing standing like this since I moved back to Missouri and got out of the military. So I'm excited to bring this to you. Look forward to hearing your feedback. What do you guys think of the new studio? Let me know. Have a great day.